Hello and welcome to the Back Nine Report, where every week Fred Altvater and I check in on the world of golf to bring you the latest news, insights, analysis, interviews, recaps, previews. We cover anything and everything golf. In other words, if it happened golf, we have it for you. And Fred, hi, how are you?
Hey, Carlos, been a great week. Been playing a little golf up here in Cadillac, Michigan. It's been beautiful up here. A little cold and rainy today, but you know what? It's all right. It's northern Michigan. You don't expect to be sunny and warm every day. So, hey, we got a lot of golf to talk about. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. And now we're going to be talking about one of my favorite all-time female LPGA players, Paula Creamer. I'm ecstatic. She last competed in the LPGA in October 2019 at the BMW Ladies Championship. She's a team-time winner. She looks ready to return to action. However, as she signed up for the Pure Silk Championship at Kingsmill later this month. Paula right now is 34. She has reunited with her longtime coach, David Wheeling, warm up in several National Women's Golf Association events in Central Florida. Like, for example, April 21st, she tied for second at the Hawks Landing Golf Club with rounds of 69-72, finished 7 strokes back of Megan Oslin. Late March, she tied for third at the Stonegate Golf Club at Solvita, that she carded rounds of 72, 77, 69. Before the pandemic hit last year, she already had plans to return to the LPGA. It was going to be either late April or early May after she had, because she's been having to battle hand and wrist injuries. That's why she had to take a break. But unfortunately, during the LPGA's lengthy 2020 break, she took up gardening, soak up sunset cruises, with her dog and fiance Shane Kennedy, a retired baseball player. But now it's time to go back. All right. If we take a look at her career, she had 2 wins in 2005 as an 18-year-old LPGA rookie, 10 total LPGA Tour wins, 8 wins by the age of 22. Unfortunately, two after that. She won the 2010 U.S. Women's Open at Oakmont, and she won the 2014 HSBC Women's World Championship in a playoff with a 75-foot eagle putt. If you haven't seen it, Google it. You'll see it on YouTube. That was amazing. I mean, when she did it,
At where? At what golf course? At Oakmont. Hardest golf course, hardest putting golf course in the world. You make anything over 2 feet there, it's a hell of a putt.
So imagine that. So that was just pure luck, right? 75-foot eagle putt. But amazing, amazing the way that she did it, and she brought down the house, and it's incredible because now she was graced with. They extended a special exemption for the 76 U.S. Women's Open Championship, which will be contested June 3rd to the 6th at the famed Olympics Club in San Francisco. So Fred, Paula Creamer is back. What about her comeback?
Yeah, Carlos, she originally hurt her hand in late 2017. She tried to come back in early 2018. Just played in pain. It just wasn't working. So in 2019, she was near the lead in the Evian Championship, but then just wasn't able to maintain it. It was just too much. She had to withdraw at a couple of events, and so. In 2020, she was hoping maybe to start playing again. But then when COVID hit, the tour was shut down for over 3 months. She took some time off. Matter of fact, she didn't touch a club until November. Because the way the rules were with the LPGA Tour, she was able to maintain her status on tour. So there was no reason for her to go back. So she just stayed away until November, didn't play. Now her hand is healed. You ask, why is Paula Creamer out banging around on mini tour events in Florida? Well, she's looking to get some time on the golf course, so she's ready to move back to the LPGA Tour and then move into the U.S. Women's Open at the beginning of June. So, and why are we talking? Why are we talking about Paula Creamer, Carlos? Yeah, I know that's bugging you. I know that's on your mind. Just like you said earlier, right? She was one of the all-time favorite players. You talk about Annika Sorenstam, Lorena Ochoa, these big names. Yeah, they won a lot, but Paula Creamer was just likable. Okay. She always took time for the fans. She had a great sponsor, the Pink Panther. Everything was always pink with her. She was always very outgoing. She was a great interview. So, Carlos, I think everybody in the world is happy for Paula Creamer. I think everybody wishes her well and hopes she will do well leading up here and playing in the U.S. Women's Open.
Oh, she is, and that's why I'm ecstatic. I mean, I've always been a fan of Paula and what she represents for the LPGA. It's about bringing one of the fan favorites back. So it's of course she's going to garner attention. At 34, can she make it again competitive for her after being this couple of years out? It's going to be tough, but also you see now a name like Paula Creamer. Last year, if you remember, we were talking here about in the show about the LPGA players playing in this kind of mini tours to try to stay in shape, which gave some relevance to it. And now we see Paula doing the same thing. So that brings you the attention to it. And by doing it this way, we see another big time player, maybe not at her prime, but also bringing the attention to those mini tours, which really is serving as a stepping stool to come back and for these players to stay in shape. I heard a friend of mine saying, "Oh man, but if she couldn't even win there, why is she trying to do it now on the LPGA at the bigger, grander stage?" Well, I told him that's why they gave her that special exemption, because she's Paula Creamer and what she brings to the LPGA, the importance of that ambassador. She's popular with the players. She was one of the perennial Solheim Cup players that you had to have there. It's just about the Pink Panther and all that she's coming to do. I know it's difficult. I don't even expect her to make the cut, but just having her there, it just brings awareness again, and one of the fan favorites back. It's just like Michelle Wee, and the best history and analogy that I can make and that I made to my friend was like when Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in NASCAR, he wasn't the best race car driver that you were seeing there. He wasn't even the winningest. But what he was the fan favorite. He was the one that he was always number one selling stuff and all that just because that's what he did. And that's what Paula Creamer is going to bring just by being back on the LPGA front.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Carlos. And we touched on also last week a little bit in one of our last shows that the LPGA Tour they really need some American stars. Lexi Thompson seems to be backing off. Danielle Kang isn't at the place yet where she can command a big audience. Jennifer Kupcho is too young yet. We need, the Cordas, are doing a pretty good job. They're Americans. They're doing a pretty good job, Nelly and Jessica. But we really need some young American women to step up to bring the eyeballs to the LPGA Tour. And so bringing someone like Paula Creamer, who brings a big audience with you and people are pulling for her, that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Hey, that could be a future, and I'm sure she's going to be a future Solheim Cup captain. That's
Oh,
not
absolutely.
now, but she will definitely be one of them. Hey,
Absolutely.
Fred, just to close it up, let's wrap up what happened this past weekend on the LPGA. Talking about it, Hugh Kim won the Singapore at the HSBC Women's World Championship on the PGA Tour. Sam Burns finally broke through for his maiden PGA Tour victory at Valspar. Now he's the man on the outside looking in on the Ryder Cup. So a lot of stuff to climb, but hey, he finally won. On the European Tour, Dean Burmester won for the first time in just over 4 years at the 2021 Tenerife Open in Spain. And the Champions Tour, Fred, the biggest history. I know you can't wait to talk about this. Mike Weir won there, but I know that John Daly being the runner-up, I don't know. You have to tell me which one was the bigger news. Can't wait for you to tell me because I know you're excited about John Daly finishing runner-up on the KFT. The Frenchman Paul Barjon won in Huntsville, and finally, hey, we talked about the PIP last week, And Justin Thomas was commenting on that. He was saying, I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm here to win golf tournaments and win as many as I can. And JT, I'm with you, man. You're gonna win more money anyway by winning tournaments by that, but than by winning on that bonus pool, Fred.
First of all, to say first, I think Justin Thomas got it right. Just worry about winning, guys. The other stuff doesn't really matter. If they're going to give away $40 million, you can win $10 million real quick in winning a couple tournaments. So, and then you'll get pick up more sponsors. So it's really chicken feed for these guys, right? We make a big deal out because $40 million is a lot of money to us, right?
Yeah.
But for those guys, not a big deal when you really break it down. But Carlos, what's bigger news, Michael Weir winning or John Daly finishing runner-up? That just got me all of Twitter. It's all over. I love this. Weir hasn't won anything forever. Matter of fact, the last 3 or 4 years, he couldn't even make a cut, on the PGA Tour. He wasn't long enough. The courses got way too long and he just couldn't compete on them, even with a tremendous short game and hitting in the fairway, all that stuff. But on the senior tour, on the Champions Tour, he can compete. They're shorter golf courses. His game will work there. So I think it's great. He could win a few more times on Champions Tour. I'm going to count on it. I think it's a done deal. But John Daly coming back from the dead, you look at him, you think he's about one step out of the grave, right? Long, scraggly gray hair. And, he doesn't look good, man. He's supposed to be sick. He's supposed to be dying. And here he is finishing high in Champions Tour events. So good for John. We make fun of him and all that stuff, but he's out there getting it done. But Carlos, I'm going to put a plug in for Tour Edge here. And I don't know why I'm doing it because they don't pay us any money, but they're good guys. I really like them a lot. They're American Golf Equipment Company, and they had made a commitment to the Champions Tour before. You had Tim Petrovic that finished high. He's playing with Tour Edge clubs. You got John Daly was using a Tour Edge driver, okay, that he got his runner-up with. You got Bernhard Langer playing with all Tour Edge clubs. So you got a lot of guys out there. And Tour Edge, if you guys want to buy them, you can get them fit all over the place. And they're about 1/3 of the price of what you'll pay for other top brand name clubs. So they're affordable. They're what the pros are winning with. Guys should give them a try, really.
You know what? We should give it a try to get them here on the show because I'm intrigued about that. I'm gonna try them. So let's try to get them here on the show and bring it to the Back Niners here on the Back Niners.
I tell you, they've been known for a long time for their exotic shafts. Pros have played their exotic shafts in their clubs for a long, long time, and they really are phenomenal. I learned about them about 7-8 years ago, and they really are top notch. And they've used that technology now and put it with their heads and stuff, and they really are a leader.
When you mention exotic, I mean, I'm all ready for it. I'm done. I'm sold. Anyway, thank you for joining us again. For more, if you want to stay ahead, always we're bringing you the latest in golf information and news, just like this here. We have it for you. Subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get the notifications to get all the videos right away. Thank you for joining us.